What's up, guys? It's your boy Nash, and this is Nash Thoughts Survivor Series 2021 review. So, what this is basically going to be, I'm going to give you guys my general thoughts, my review, the results of Survivor Series 2021. So, if you haven't watched the show, don't watch it just yet. Go watch the pay per view, then watch it. Or if you don't want to watch the show, you just want to watch my results and review, that's all right with me. Go ahead, carry on watching. Also, I'm going to drop my ratings. But guys, remember, before I go any further, remember to like this video and subscribe to Pro Wrestling Central if you haven't already. Turn on those notifications and comment down in the comment section below. I want to hear what your predictions are, what your general thoughts are, what your feelings are about Survivor Series 2021. And guys, remember that the voting lines for the 5th annual Pro Wrestling Central Awards is now open. You can head on over. There's a video that we posted, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, on the PWC channel where you guys can cast your ballots to decide, you know, what you felt was the best and worst of 2021. The full information about that is in that video, so head on over, watch that. Cast your ballots, guys. Remember, voting closes on the 27th of December 2021. And the official results will be presented. The 5th annual Pro Wrestling Central Awards ceremony will be broadcast right here on the YouTube channel on the 30th of December. So without any further ado, let's go ahead with the Survivor Series 2021 results, the final pay-per-view of 2021, which is shocking. We're always used to having TLC in December be the final pay-per-view, but it looks like WWE has decided, you know what, Survivor Series, let's call it quits so we can focus on day one, which is their first pay-per-view of 2022, taking place on January 1st, 2022. It's called WWE Day 1, so, you know, we'll see what happens there. But I'm actually going to start off with a kickoff show, because there was a match that happened there, and I'm not too happy about the placement of this match. I expected this match to be on the main card. For the kickoff, because I know WWE loves to put matches on the pre-show, on the kickoff, I expected the 25-man dual battle royal to be there, but I suppose because they were trying to promote The Rock's 25-year thingy, they decided to, have it on the main card. There was a huge promotion about The Rock's latest Netflix movie that was hugely centered around this pay-per-view. There was even segments where Vince McMahon lost the Cleopatra egg. On the pay-per-view, which I felt was very extremely pointless, other than to give Vince McMahon a spot on the card, I suppose, on the 31st annual Survivor Series. I expected The Rock to make an appearance, but he didn't, which was disappointing. At least even a via satellite would have been okay with me, at least. But they showed vignettes throughout the night of The Rock's 25th anniversary, all the biggest moments of his career, or at least what they felt was the biggest moments of his career. So yeah, they had that. But on the kickoff, we got the champion versus champion, the Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, with Rick Boogs taking on the United States Champion, Damien Priest. And it was a good match, solid match, but the ending was kind of tainted. During the match, Rick Boogs did his usual stick, playing the guitar, while Shinsuke Nakamura did his famous moves. I almost liken it to Paul Bearer and the urn, because especially in the early days of The Undertaker, when Paul Bearer would hold the urn up, it would somehow give The Undertaker powers to overcome his opponents. He would just randomly sit up or power out of moves and just go all crazy on them. So I liken Rick Boogs' guitar playing similar to that, because when he does that, Shinsuke Nakamura seems to power up and get sort of like a motivation from that. But anyways, he was doing that. Damien Priest won him once. When Boogs did it again, Damien Priest's eyes got big, like almost like the devil possessed him, and he went out and he broke Rick Boogs' guitar, and he smashed Shinsuke Nakamura on the head with the guitar, which caused DQ. And so I suppose Shinsuke Nakamura wins by disqualification. So it keeps Damien Priest looking strong, but it doesn't weaken Shinsuke Nakamura via a clean loss, which I also felt was a nice touch. The first match on the main card was one of my anticipated matches. Champion versus champion. The Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, taking on the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. This was everything I expected it to be and more. 20 minutes, hard-hitting battle. These two really beat each other up like they said they were going to do. All the big spots came out. I felt like Charlotte Flair, in my personal opinion, got more shots in. Charlotte Flair really came out looking very strong because for most of the match it seemed like Becky Lynch was the punching bag and she would just outsmart Flair at certain points. Even the ending where Charlotte Flair tried to use the ropes for leverage, the ref spotted it. Becky Lynch reversed the roles and then she held the rope in the last minute and got away with it to get the win. I'm sure Flair's going to have a lot to say about that on SmackDown. But Becky Lynch comes away with the win, and yeah, I'm happy that Lynch got the win on that one. Moving on, we got our first, the men's 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination match. Just recapping who the competitors are on Team Raw, you had the team captain Seth Rollins, then you had Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory. And Team SmackDown had their captain Drew McIntyre, and he got Jeff Hardy, King Woods, Happy Corbin, and Sheamus. I was a bit surprised that Ridge Holland didn't come out with Sheamus because Madcap Moss did come out with Happy Corbin. Corbin was the first one eliminated for SmackDown, and yeah, there was a lot of back and forth. The guys that I didn't expect to get eliminated early were, I mean, Owens walked out on Team Raw like in the first minute of the match, and he got 10, the kind of 10 of count out. So he was eliminated via count out on his own, through his own volition. I know it furthers his persona, but I really didn't expect him to be eliminated so quickly. We also, yeah. So I think Team Raw was the last one standing. Seth Rollins, the team captain, was the last one standing for his team. And it was nice to see the Glasgow kiss from Drew McIntyre after a long time when Seth Rollins was kind of like taunting him. Jeff Hardy was the last one remaining for his team. So that's how that went down. That was like a 30-minute long match. Pretty darn solid match. Then we got The Rock's 25th anniversary 25-man dual-branded battle royal. That is a mouthful. There were 25 guys in here. A lot of interesting spots, like with R-Truth and Omos. Not Omos, what's his name? Otis. Yeah, Otis, and then there was one spot with R-Truth. Omos was a machine. You could clearly see they were trying to build this dude up. And it worked so well. He almost was just cleaning house. He was untouchable, man. He was left, right, and center, eliminating guys. He even tried to save AJ Styles from getting eliminated by Commander Aziz at one point, but he got attacked from behind, I think, by Cruz, and so that, Styles got eliminated. But Styles didn't seem fazed about it. Almost went on to win the whole thing. Styles still stood by his side and raised his arms. I don't think there's any heat between the two just yet. Remember, WrestleMania is just around the corner. Then we got another champions versus champions match. Tag team champions here. You got RK Bro, the Raw Tag Team's champions, taking on Jimmy and Jay, the Usos here. And yeah, RK Bro got the win. I was a bit surprised. I did not expect RK Bro to win, but after I saw Uso, jump off the top rope with the snooker, Jimmy's Superfly snooker splash, and Randy Orton came in and did the RKO in midair, I knew that's it. Over. RK Bro for the win. And yeah, that's another one in Raw. Raw was really cleaning house tonight. I mean, so far, SmackDown only won one match, and that was by DQ. Their streak didn't end there. In the 5-on-5 Women's Survivor Series elimination match, here's what we had. On Team Raw, you had Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Carmella, and Queen Zelina. And then on Team SmackDown, the team captain, Ma Bay, Sasha Banks, with Shayna Baszler, Shotzi, Natalya, and Toni Storm. I did not expect Toni Storm to be in this match. I honestly thought it was going to be Sonya Deville and Naomi, with their recent feud that's been going on, but, whatever. But yeah, Team Raw got the win. SmackDown looked pretty solid as a unit. I wasn't expecting them to be so solid because they worked pretty well. They were cleaning house. They were just knocking down Team Raw like dominoes. At one point, it was a 4-on-2, and then 4-on-1, and then Bianca Belair just came in. The politics of the SmackDown women's team came into play. Sasha Banks got taken out, then Shotzi, then Natalia, and Shayna, and Bianca Belair was the last one standing for Team Raw, so she was the sole survivor. So Team Raw won both the traditional Survivor Series elimination matches, and both matches had the only one sole survivor, and it was both team captains. Bianca Belair is a team captain. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, that's the way it went on that one. And then we got to our main event, which was Roman Reigns, the SmackDown's Universal Champion, with Paul Heyman taking on Raw's WWE Champion Big E. Hard-hitting 20-minute battle. These two hit each other with everything but the kitchen sink. I think they hit each other with everything, including the kitchen sink, at each other, literally. So, man, this match was beautiful. It was a great, solid, hard-hitting, powerhouse brawler, main event, knockdown, Dragon Ball, whatchamacallit kind of match. This was typical WWE main event. Great match. I'm glad there were little to no... I don't think there were any shenanigans in this one. It was pretty much back and forth. But Roman Reigns really dominated in this one. In fact, if I think about it, the women's world championships with the champion versus champion and the men's champion versus champion, the one who lost played the punching bag more than the one who won. Yeah, Roman Reigns got the win as we all predicted and expected, and he beat Big E fair and square. Great match. Very, solidifies Roman Reigns' win going into 2022. He is undefeated in one-on-one singles competition. He has not been pinned or submitted since SummerSlam, so he's undefeated for over a year now. And WrestleMania, I think, will be the perfect place for him to drop the title. I don't see him dropping the title anywhere else, honestly speaking. So yeah, I liked this card. Very nice, neat card. I loved it. I liked the way it was set out. I liked how the minimal matches, and they gave the matches more time. That was a good move by WWE. I think of all the pay-per-views this year, this one was just beautiful, well put together, well thought out. All the matches made sense. There wasn't a single match on this card that was felt out of place or whatever. Brilliant card, absolutely phenomenal. I loved it from start to end. Absolutely satisfactional. In terms of ratings, let's go back. Nakamura versus Priest. It was turning out to be a good match, but even with the DQ ending, it still wasn't going to be up there. So I think Nakamura and Priest, I'll give it a two stars. Lynch versus Flair, I'll give that 4 solid stars right there. Beautiful match. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown Men's Survivor Series elimination match, I'll give it 3 stars. Omos in the Battle Royal. Okay, before I rate this, let me just get this out, and all of you who watch know that I love high-flying wrestlers. I love ladder matches. I love hardcore matches, like high-flying matches. I am not a huge fan of Battle Royals. My compatriot in the major players in PWC, Vaz, is not the biggest fan of tag team matches. The same way he's not the biggest fan of tag team matches is the same way I'm not the biggest fan of Battle Royals. It's just not my cup of tea. So that's why I'm going to rate this match. I mean, Omos's performance was very good. So I'm gonna be fair. I would have given it 1 star, but I'm gonna give it 2 stars, just because Omos's dominance, his run of dominance in this match was just beautiful. So I'll give it a 2 stars for that. The champions versus champions match, the tag team champions, RK Bro versus the Usos. I did expect more from the Usos, but I did, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And Randy Orton's mid-air RKO really was the highlight of the match. So, you know what? I'll give it a 3 stars. I'm feeling generous. Team Raw versus Team SmackDown, the women's 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination match, told a story. So, in the essence that it told a story in the match, I'll give it 3 stars. And the main event, champion versus champion, Roman Reigns versus Big E, just because it was a hard-hitting brawler powerhouse match full of solid hits, I'll give it 4 stars. Yeah, I'll give it 4 stars. I'm not the biggest fan of powerhouses, you all know that, but because it was just that damn good, I'll be fair enough to give it 4 stars that it deserves. Overall, this pay-per-view, I'll give it 4 stars as well. The whole pay-per-view start to finish was good, solid, great card, loved it. Minimal matches, maximum time for matches. Every match on the card made sense, didn't feel out of place. Everything made 100% perfect common sense. So guys, that's my review for Survivor Series 2021, the last pay-per-view of 2021. I'll see you all again in 2022. Remember, drop your comments down below. Let me know what you think, your thoughts, your ratings, if you agree, if you don't agree. Drop all that in comments. We want to hear you guys. Drop it in the comment section below. Like this video, subscribe to Pro Wrestling Central if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications, and share this video, guys. In 2022, we want to see more likes, more viewers, more content's going to be pushed out for you guys as much as we can, as often as we can. I know life gets in the way sometimes. Sometimes we all can't make it, but we're going to try our utmost best to give you the best pro wrestling content that we can possibly give you on YouTube. So guys, go ahead, share the video, like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all in 2022 or in the next Major Players video. Hopefully we get to do day one predictions at the end of December, and we're gonna run down those scores for you guys. Who won the 2021 Major Players season? Who eats the Reaper chip? You guys will see on the next Major Players predictions. Also, remember, cast your votes, guys, for the 5th Annual Pro Wrestling Central Awards. Voting closes on 27 December 2021, so get those votes in. Go on over to the video, drop your email in the comment section below, follow the instructions, cast your ballots, best and worst of pro wrestling, and on the 30th of December on this very channel, we'll broadcast those results voted for by you guys. So from your boy Nash, until I see you guys for another Nash Thoughts, another review, another Major Players, another voting, awards, whatever it may be, right here on Pro Wrestling Central's YouTube channel. Peace!